Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to leverage both Quantemplate Ingress and Ingress API to enrich a dataset with additional insights from the capital IQ based on the data in existing Quantemplate dataset. Similarly to the previous video example, we will use an open source orchestration program which will help us to automate the work. So, in short, the program will download the capital IQ identifiers located in existing Quantemplate dataset using the Ingress API, use them as inputs for querying the capital IQ API for additional data, and upload the enriched spreadsheet back to Quantemplate using the Ingress API. The uploaded spreadsheet then could be used in some supplemental downstream workflows. In order to do that, first we need to go to the Quantemplate app and configure our source dataset, which includes capital IQ identifiers. In this tutorial, I'm assuming you already have such a dataset, which could have been created as a result of pipeline run. The source dataset can have any structure as long as it provides a column with capital IQ identifiers. In this one, the company ID column. From the URL, we can extract the ID of the organization and the dataset. In this example, the organization is CQAD Insurance, and the dataset ID is located in here. Also, we need to make sure that the dataset is shared with the whole org with the edit permissions. Next, we need to create a target dataset which will host the enriched data. Let's go to the dataset list panel and create a new one. We can also give it some easily distinguishable name like API demo. And as in the first step, we need to share it with the whole org with the editable permission. And extract the ID of the dataset from the URL. Now we need to equip ourselves with the actual orchestration program. It is an open source tool which leverages Quantemplate public API offering, so you can extend it yourself or build a similar one from scratch. To download the program, go to the github.com/quantemplate/API integrations and go to the releases section and download the latest jar package. I have already downloaded mine, so we can jump into the configuration section. The configuration of our orchestration helper is taken from the environment variables, which could be created in a .env file and later exported. So, first two variables are credentials for the capital IQ license. The third one indicates whether we are using a full version of the capital IQ or just a demo version. Next to are constants, which will be always prod and qt for any qt consumer, and credentials for the Quantemplate API user, which will be provided to you by Quantemplate team. Now let's open a command prompt and export those variables with a simple command. Notice that in here I'm using a different file. This one is pre-configured with my own credentials. So having all that, the next up is a YAML file with parameters for our orchestration program. As you can see, this YAML file uses generate multi-data point report command, which is a different one from the previous video. And in the params section, we have parameters for our command. The first one is the ID of the organization, the ID of the target dataset, params for the capital IQ query, and in the identifiers section we can configure from where our identifiers will be downloaded. In here I'm using dataset source dataset with this particular column name, and I'm only taking first 90 unique identifiers. In the columns section, we can configure capital IQ mnemonics for each column. Having a YAML file and environment variables in our session, we can now start the orchestration helper with just a simple script. So let's type in Java, point to our jar, apply, and point to our YAML file. After just a few seconds, the operation should be finished, and after a page refresh, you'll see that the target dataset is populated. So let's go to the Quantemplate app and refresh the page. As you can see, our target dataset is populated with the capital IQ data. So this is all for this demo, but you can check out more examples of the Quantemplate connectivity offering at quantemplate.readme.io. Take care!